Dear Edius community, this has been day number 1 at IBC this year and has been a very busy day, and I know that many of you are very interested what is new in Edius at IBC 2025. My name is Michael Limanhorn, CEO of Magic Multimedia, worldwide distributor for Edius, also known by edius.net, our main website. What is new? Right now, officially, Edius has the version 11.22, but after IBC we will see version 11.40. So it's a big step. It's a free update, so everybody who has bought Edius 11 before will get this Edius 11.40 as a free version. For those who have older versions, or Edius 9 or 10, you just buy the Edius 11 upgrade, and then you get not only the fantastic features from Edius 11, but also those which I'm presenting now. So what's new with Edius 11.40? Well, we have a new bin. The bin has been redesigned in Edius 11, and now it has been redesigned again because new features have been added, but at the same time we got the feedback from some customers with larger projects. Larger projects were not so easy to handle with a HTML5 based bin. The bin was programmed and coded very nicely in HTML5, which is a future code base, but the problem is that for really big projects it is too slow. So now it's redesigned and it's using a much faster core, which allows super fast project loading and also super fast project working in the bin. So you can arrange your clips, you can navigate much faster than before. It's literally the fastest Edius ever. So I think that is very good news for many people. But there are more news. So today at IBC we officially announced VST3 support. So before Edius was limited to VST2, and now we'll see in the next weeks we'll see an update that VST3 plugins, audio plugins, are supported. We also have a new integration of speech to text. Before, in Edius 11, there was also the possibility to use speech to text via the BAT server, and now there's a native integration done by Grass Valley on its own. So there is the possibility to download AI models. Can use like tiny, small, large, medium, different models. The bigger ones have a higher accuracy, but of course the processing time is longer. At the same time, I have to say that the integration for speech to text is already utilizing GPU power. So if you have a good GPU, then the job is, even with a big model, it's really fast. The integration works like it used to work with the BAT server, so it's generating a subtitle file, and the subtitle file is imported as a VisTitle subtitle, which then can easily be worked with. Another cool AI feature of Edius 11 has been updated. The tool, the plugin where you can denoise your voice recordings, is now updated to utilize Intel NPU. So if you have an up-to-date system, including an Intel NPU, it will use that instead of the CPU. So you have more real-time power for other things. And we have seen other nice additional things like a marker search. You can now search markers. This is particularly interesting if you're using the speech-to-text function to create markers. Then obviously you can easily find text passages in your marker list by just searching the marker. Another cool thing is that filters used in a timeline now show the preset name in the information tab. By doing so, you have a more detailed information what's going on, and also when you have a project where you used a plugin which is no longer installed, Edius will now show you the name of this plugin which is missing. So it makes the restoration of older projects much easier. And there's another nice thing, which is the possibility to set the preview quality as a standard in the settings of Edius. There are also some very nice updates for the add-ons of Edius. The probably most famous add-on for Edius 11 is the BAT server, and we see a major update shown here at IBC, which is the integrated Buds Server panel. So now, instead of an external panel, you see all the functions of the Buds Server in a tab of Edius. And it's a very nice design, and it offers even more possibilities. So you have a translation. You can select from different languages now, even Japanese, Chinese, Italian, French, Spanish, German. And there are new functions included, like beat detector. So you can cut then on markers which are set to the clip. Or you can use, and that's a preview version right here, but we are working on that, you can generate a voiceover in English from any kind of voice which you have or subtitle you have. So you can start with a subtitle which you maybe generated yourself or was generated by Edius.
And then somebody reads that in English as a female voice
or as a male voice. There are different voices available.
Or you can start from audio. So for example, German voice. It will automatically be translated to English and then be spoken as English text.
And this works very nicely. We have done a preview here. Many customers have been very excited about that. This is definitely something which will be integrated into the Buds Server soon. And beside that, we are showing here the scene detection, which is a separate installer, and we're planning to release that for free very soon. So regarding the release time, it's expected that in end of September, beginning of October, probably Edius 11.4 will be released. And when it's available, then the Buds Server should follow just a little bit afterwards. And at that time, probably we will also be able to include in the installer the scene detection, which is really nice as it's working very easily, but it gives you also, if you want, options to have more detailed settings to analyze for scenes. Beside that, we have more add-ons, and one add-on which is completely brand new is Capture It. And that's a tool from the WizTitle team, Wisdom, and they created a capture tool which is really fantastic because it's supporting so many different options. It's important to say that when you capture, you cannot only capture like from an I/O hardware, but you can also capture from a set camera. You can capture from NDI, which is really fantastic. So there are many NDI solutions out there which are possible now to capture. Even the signal from a T2 can now be captured with Edius, and beside that also live streams or webcam signals can be captured. And capturing is one thing, but at the same time you can directly work in that footage. You can add, for example, an icon, a logo, or at the same time you can add a mosaic filter, or you can soften special areas in the picture which should not be recorded. But that's not all. If you're using Edius Workgroup, then you can also utilize the edit while capture functionality. So you're recording, for example, you're recording an event, you're using a PTZ camera with NDI, and this stream is recorded in a very high quality Grass Valley HQX codec. And while you record that file, you can already import the clip and edit it. And then you have a growing file in the timeline. And that's super cool because by doing so, you can easily do like replays, or you can do highlight cuts. So think you're doing an event, you're doing an event video, and you want to make a video which is directly shown in the end of the event. You can access the recording while it's recorded and do your edit, and then directly start and export your video. Another really cool add-on to Edius 11 is Mercalli. Mercalli has been there on the market for quite a while, and it's known as probably the best stabilization tool in the market, which now with Mercalli 6 is super fast. Now we offer Mercalli 6 together with a command line interface integration for the BUD server. So as soon as you install this installation, you have on the one hand side, you have the standalone version for Macaulay, which offers you tons of possibilities. And you also can utilize now Macaulay directly from Edius by just building your optimized preset for stabilization with the BUD server, and then select your clips and it will automatically generate your stabilized videos. And this is really cool. If you are a former Macaulay customer, then you can just buy upgrades, and there will also be some introductional pricing. So also here, the start of this is end of September, beginning of October. And maybe a last new product announcement, which has to do with Edius because it's from the Edius team. The T3 player recorder is here shown in a new version as the T3 Pro version. The Pro version has a little bit less functions than the Elite version, but it has also a lower price. So yeah, the family is just growing with different T2 and T3 models. And I think it's a great opportunity to have 4K 60p support for 2 channels recording or playback or mixing. And now this is also possible with a Pro version, but at a lower price because you don't have redundant power supply and don't have a card reader, a front panel for additional media, and also you don't have the option to upgrade to the Max version, which allows you also then to integrate XAVC hardware. But for those who don't need these, it's just great to have that option as well. So that has been many news. And this has been the first day of IBC. You see the booth behind me. It's now 2 hours after the end of the show. Yeah, people are going home. It has been a very busy day. I've been talking all day. I really wanted to make the video during the show, but I had no chance. There were so many very happy Edius customers at our booth. It was really exciting to see the reactions to the different new features we were showing here. So it's great if you have the possibility, come by and visit IBC, and we will show more videos from IBC 2025 here in the YouTube channel very soon. Best regards from IBC, from Amsterdam. You're Michael Liemenhorn for the Edius Net team.